Senator Bob Casey. Senator Casey, thanks very much for being with us. All eyes on Pennsylvania. Obviously, there's a possibility Nevada could come in. If Nevada comes in for Joe Biden, if Arizona goes to Trump, Pennsylvania could be the state that puts Joe Biden over the top. We obviously don't know what's going to happen with those other states yet, but you're pretty confident about Pennsylvania. Certainly the mail-in vote is showing by large numbers it is going to Joe Biden. And if that holds up, he could very easily overtake Donald Trump's lead here in Pennsylvania. What are your numbers?
Yeah, Andrea, I think what Steve Bernanke has reported is obviously where things are right now. We're still counting. But I think when the counting is nearly done, I think we'll have a good indication. My assessment basically has been that the president will lose Pennsylvania by somewhere around 100,000, probably north or south. But regardless of the exact margin, Joe Biden's going to win the state. And I think the reporting on Philadelphia about the potentially really significant margin there could be historic. He could win it by 500,000 votes, and that would be certainly the largest margin I've ever seen there.
I think the Obama margin was 465,000, and local officials were telling me that they thought it could be upwards of 470,000, but now we're hearing an even higher number. There's been a lot of legal fighting, and it's going on as we speak, a lot today, back and forth. The Trump campaign did win a ruling from Commonwealth Court here in Pennsylvania, as you know, that they could go in and watch the count going on. They were particularly concerned. The president has been making all kinds of aspersions for days, if not weeks, against Philadelphia. We haven't seen signs of problems here. But in any case, they won that. Well, now the Democrats went and got a Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruling overturning that Commonwealth Court ruling. So that the vote count, which was temporarily suspended here in Philly, is continuing just down the street here from us. So right now, are you hearing any problems? And what do you expect given all the flurry of legal challenges here by the Trump people?
No, Andrea, I think the Trump campaign will try virtually anything because they're losing a race, a national race, and they're trying to prevent a loss in Pennsylvania. So they will stop at nothing, and I've said it over and over again. There's no law or anything that will constrain the president from trying to cheat his way to a win. But the process is going to be completed. Every ballot will be counted. There'll be a winner, and we'll move forward after that. But some of these things that happen today are kind of hiccups that happen all the time, and courts have to make determinations. But the ballots will be counted, and Philadelphia will be a big margin. I'm also carefully following what's happening in suburban Philadelphia in terms of the margins there. And Montgomery County, the margin there is 5 points higher than last time. In Chester County, it's significantly higher. We're still getting more vote, as Steve was saying earlier, about Bucks County and Delaware County, but he's going to win all 4 suburban counties by significant margins.
That, of course, is key because Hillary Clinton did not carry those by the big enough margins. Those are the 4 suburbs, and you're seeing a really different race there than what she faced 4 years ago, with suburban women and others really going for Donald Trump, who 4 years ago, and not in great numbers there. I was hearing that Montgomery County is really crushing Trump for Joe Biden. Let's talk about what this all means, because let's say Pennsylvania does go for Biden, and let's say that he ends up with 270 tonight or tomorrow, whenever this happens. What is he facing? He may be facing Mitch McConnell as majority leader again, depending on what happens in those Georgia races, that at least 1 runoff, possibly 2 runoffs in Georgia in the Senate. We don't know what's going to happen in the Alaska Senate race as well. But let's say he faces the same thing Barack Obama faced, which was obstruction from a Republican majority leader, a Republican Senate, divided government. A lot of challenges, not just the pandemic, the economy, and everything else that any president taking office on January 20th is going to face in this country.
Andrea, no question. I think you've outlined it well. I think were he to be elected, Joe Biden would face a set of challenges that maybe no president in a century has faced with regard to both the economic trauma that's already devastated a lot of families, a lot of communities, in addition to the worst public health crisis in a century. So, but I think he's ready for the moment. And I think he'll be able to bring the country together.
And finally, just want to ask you a question about what you think about our politics right now, with the president trying to undermine the vote count, the reliability of democracy across America on Twitter. At least we haven't seen him since early yesterday morning. What about the state of politics in our country?
Well, the only good news there is it seems like members of his party aren't rushing to join him so far. But look, no matter what the president does, no matter what legal actions they file, no matter what he tweets, the right to vote is going to be protected. Every ballot will be counted. The Constitution will march forward. The president has to make a decision were he to lose, and it seems likely. He's got to make a decision. Does he stand in the way of the Constitution, or does he get out of the way and let the Constitution govern how we conduct our elections and how we govern ourselves?
Senator Bob Casey, Pennsylvania, thank you so much. Thanks for being with us today.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.